Today on How to Draw.
Okay, I think we're live. What's that there? Why is that embedding like that? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Hold on, I'm still sorting shit out. Oh good, okay, it does work. Hey, Oik, how's it going? It is warm today, so excuse the fan if you can hear it in the background. I know the game has no audio. I'll have to turn it up in a second. I probably had it turned off while I was doing some background grinding. Okay. Yeah, I'm literally standing out in front of one of the things. That's exactly what I was doing. Call my using the crap out of my black swan. Alright, nothing there. Contractual guide. I have not, like, played this game for, like, a couple months. Or it feels like months. I logged in the other day, and I'd been gone so long they started giving me the welcome back player bonus bundle shit, so I'll take it. Which we should go get more of now. Yeah, this stuff. Gift of Odyssey. Oh yeah, the Pokemon Snap stuff. Eidolon rewards. Okay. Okay. Am I set up now? Do I have everything in place? You guys can hear the game? You can hear me? Yeah. Okay.
Memories seem to be different again.
Okay. So, we are doing... Why does it always go all the way down there? Understand. So I haven't actually completed that. It might... What's the quest in... Farm Alley? Isn't there a quest here? Okay, the statue. Why not? Let's go do that.
This place holds such fond memories. Care to reminisce?
What a long face, buddy! She picked up! Oh boy! I've eaten too much!
Oh, hell yeah. 2 Eidolons. Let's go.
Unknown
There
to
we
each
go,
other,
E6.
yet united in purpose, we make the same choices.
What are you going on about? Girly Pop, you love digging in trash cans. Stop trying to be deep. Anyway. Anything I'm missing? Yeah, whatever. Let's just get started. I heard that there's a quest that I probably should have done first. But, there's a quest that'll give me context for a certain character, but I'm not too concerned, honestly. I have an interstellar message. Bruh. Oh, no, wait. I have to talk to Black Swan.
You're here, little one.
Yeah?
I saw some memory fragments drifting outside the window, and I intend to salvage them.
Let's see what's tape.
How cute. By salvage, I mean to slowly get close to those memories and then exert my Memo Keeper power to retrieve them. There are too many discarded things in the sea of stars. Our predecessors' trodden paths and forgotten pasts should have left behind vivid marks across the universe. I once felt regret for those that were lost without a trace. But, fortunately, we were later able to sense, discover, and preserve them. I wonder what stories have been left behind in the memory fragments that we found today.
I love listening to stories.
Settle down. Allow me to manifest the memories from these fragments, and I'll share them with you.
Yippee! Alright, just a message, check it properly.
Phew.
What's up, Pom Pom?
Just got a message from the xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trail
Oswald!
tradition going? Soon, the xianzhou La Fu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the La Fu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Well, things are getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're already being invited to another special event.
Woohoo! Fighting more gods! I'm still recovering from the trauma caused by the last festivity.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Koma.
But wait, won't it look unprofessional if we attend 2 ceremonies in a row?
Nope.
Aren't we supposed to be focused on restoring astral charts and doing some serious scientific exploration?
When have we ever done some serious
So
scientific
we should
exploration?
leave March behind to take care of the Express?
Hey, that's not what I meant. I'm all for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
The xianzhou La Fu has recently overcome a crisis. By holding the war dance, they're demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of peace and safety.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe under the family's protection.
Yeah.
No need to worry. The war dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knights, who fought against the abominations of abundance and protected the xianzhou ships. Aside from star skiff performances, it's mostly martial contests. Nothing too different from the Taiki and Roboball contest we've seen before.
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphorius for refueling.
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition is quite unique, and the Express needs to be fully stocked and prepared before moving on to the next stop. With Madame Harda's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81 of the Genius Society. It could earn us some favors before we set off. However, it may take a few weeks.
Aw, so that means we're not going to the Lafu.
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, Marge. Since we've been invited, it's only right for the Astral Express to attend the ceremony. So, here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the xianzhou Lafu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our promise. Meanwhile, you, March, and Don Hung will represent the Express and attend the war dance.
Whatever happened to the...
What
we
do
only
you
have
two
2
think?
warp jumps worth of fuel left. I'm just gonna pretend that that didn't happen. Or maybe that the train can, like, just travel through space like normal. And they're specifically talking about warp jumps. I want to play with Leviathan fossils, too.
Himiko and Mr. Yang will be busy with serious research. Besides, fossils can't compete with martial contests when it comes to fun, right? Plus,
Sure.
you're the only one with so many friends on the Lafu. I'll be lost if you don't come along. You've gotta lead the way.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to warp to the xianzhou Lafu.
I keep hitting X like Warframe to
Kalinga
interact.
Abyss. What does she expect to find there? Current research on the Leviathan merely proves how little we know about such life forms.
That's why geniuses are interested in that field. Science is all about uncovering the unknown.
Have a safe trip, you two.
Don't miss us too much. If I stumble upon some cool Leviathan fossils, I'll bring a few back as souvenirs for you.
Holy shit. I'm sorry. Ugh. Everything just going down the wrong pipe.
Himiko really knows how to convince people. Between Leviathan fossils and the war dance, the latter definitely sounds more fun. By the way, Don Hung, this time you'll be taking a stroll with us on the Lafu, right?
And just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Luofu by yourselves? I don't think so. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended. And both the long life and short life species are still
Yep, I'm dead now. I died.
Jing Yuan wants to organize the war dance to show that the xianzhou Luofu is stable and safe. And since he has extended an invitation, it's only right that I visit my old friend.
Coming
that was
back to
quick.
this place brings back so many memories. You know?
Yeah, I remember fighting big titty plant lady. That's pretty much it. So, here's something for all of you. A poem by March 7th.
Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. I was just thinking about all all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived on the xianzhou. This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals. And we didn't have to sneak in through the cargo dock. This trip has been incredibly smooth. Quite unusual, I must say.
Oh, come on. Don't jinx us. Literally.
I'm just hoping for the best. You're the one jinxing us.
Me? I'm so well behaved. And mentally fine. I'm definitely not going to feast on the garbage cans here. Bye, North. I saw the Skyfaring Commission's notice at the Express. Doc, you guys, I'm here. We just got to Starskip Haven. General sent me to welcome you all. Okay.
Is the Starskip Haven always this crowded? Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yanqing said General Jing Yuan sent.
Let's wait for him and...
Hey, you guys! Hold
Nope.
on a moment. Did they just call us? Look at their outfits. They're from Penacony, right? Are you familiar with the xianzhou lafu?
We know a little bit about it. What do you need?
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
Oh, we just left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Lofu?
Yeah, go visit the Ambrosial Arbor. I don't trust the
We
locals.
did, but the locals were all like, come on, there's nothing worth seeing on the Lafu. It's so boring here.
Ha! Can't blame them. If someone asked me what's there to see on Penacony, I'd probably struggle to answer too.
That's why we're asking fellow tourists.
Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance. And that's why we're here too.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony, but isn't the fighting ring still closed?
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Lofu fighter jet.
That sounds pretty cool. So it's even bigger than the Radiant
The
Feldspar?
Radiant Feldspar is bigger, I guess.
But for now, all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks, before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find on Penacony. Our clients love these kinds of dream bubbles the most.
Yeah.
You're the expert here. Give them some suggestions.
Why not climb the top of the Ambrosial Arbor? There you go.
Hey, oh, that's a terrible idea. Get them arrested.
You're joking, right? How about giving us some more practical suggestions?
Wait a sec. Maybe it's not such a terrible idea
Yes! Good.
at all. No risk, no reward. Come on, let's go climb that tree.
Slow down a bit. Wait for me.
Hey, wait! Just think about what you're doing! Oh, don't mention our names if something goes wrong! Oh, I hope they don't get into trouble. This is nerve-wracking.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Good.
Really? Let's go catch up with him!
There you are. Everyone, this way.
Hello, child.
Hey, everyone. It's been a while.
It has, since I kicked your ass with Don Hung and Blade.
Well, it doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But, Yanqing, are you?
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few months.
Huh? What are you doing?
Sorry, but after our previous
Whoa!
adventures, I've become I'm suspicious of whoever greets us first.
Okay, was not expecting voice lines.
You have to be suspicious
I'll take it.
around me too.
You know, the last time we came to the xianzhou, the first person who greeted us was...
I get it. Better safe than sorry.
Seriously, I've never seen the Luofu so lively before.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskiff Haven, I understand why General Jingyuan chose this timing.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who've come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskiff Haven. The Cloud Knights are working hard to keep the security tight. The General said this ceremony would help the xianzhou Luofu recover from the crisis. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace. By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. The Xianzhou ships, the Zhu Ming and the Yaoqing, have both sent messengers to offer their blessings.
Also, his voice is a lot... admit this. His voice is a lot less annoying than I remember.
Yeah,
which is
I
good.
wonder if you've heard of it. It's known as the Star Forge, and it's
Oh,
responsible
cool.
for providing more than half of the Cloud Knights' armaments. The Xianzhou Juming boasts skilled craftsmasters, and General Huayan is a top-notch craftsman himself. If only I could get a sword forged by him, I'd be on Cloud 9.
By the way, Yanqing, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astra. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to something he's interested in, you can really see his childish side.
He's right in front of you, Well, you're pretty much the same in that regard.
I agree.
Uh-oh.
All units, assemble quickly. Get ready to protect the crowd.
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
Okay. You just as jinxed as much.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
We'll go with you.
Watch out for this.
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
Cool. Oh, okay. Enemies of this mark can enter Moonrage state. Okay.
Borison? Why are there Borison here? This ends now.
Yeah, why are there Borison literally walking out
Stay in
into
step.
the crowd of people?
It's on me. Another journey begins on the still waters of oblivion.
Ill tidings manifest.
I'll catch up.
Retribution will find you.
All in. Take your
I'm
position.
assuming increases speed, inflicts bleed. Okay.
Let's improvise.
Not good.
Hey, there's Emily. Damn. Just yeet the big sword at him.
Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
What? Okay. What if I could just stole her sword? What? Alright.
Wait, my sword! I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now. I need to find out what's going on.
Yeah, she just stole it. What? Huh?
While we appreciate your rescue, my xianzhou friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
But this shipment isn't even meant for the Luofu, and it's IPC's patented technology. Who do you think you are to conduct an inspection?
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Luofu must go through inspection.
But we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borisin.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated dispute that won't lead to a resolution.
Thank you, Yanqing. Base distraction denier.
Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault. We let our guard down for a moment. I take full responsibility.
Why does he sound familiar?
The war dance approaching. Safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borisin prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven? According to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a starskiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground. Who allowed a prisoner transport ship to dock at the passenger terminal?
Yeah, that sounds like a major fuck up.
Please don't blame this captain.
Hey, it's Bryce!
Zhu Ming's diplomatic vessel.
Who are you?
Bryce Papenbrook.
I'm Liu Jun, officer of the Patrol Defense Squad.
How you doing,
Thank you
Tiz?
for your help, Lieutenant Yanqing. The situation unfolded rapidly, and it shouldn't be held against the captain. Here's what happened.
I know that
An
voice
IPC
anywhere.
transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving, and the Zhu Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought off the Borisin pirates and imprisoned them on their ship.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Luofu, and the Zhuming envoys saved them? Sounds complicated.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Zhu Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand these criminals over to the
You knew he
Luofu.
sounded familiar? Yeah.
You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Luofu, the Starskiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borisin desperados decided to put up a fight before the prisoner
Right, that's
transport
Bryce.
Starskiff
Yes.
could get there. And that's what you just witnessed.
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. I'll report it to the security department of the Realm Keeping Commission and ask for their cooperation in handling the aftermath. Maybe I should gather more details from others so that the Seat of Divine Foresight can have a better understanding of the situation.
Also, in advance, if you hear me crunching, one, sorry. Two, I'm eating, and this is non-spawn, limited edition only Pringles. It's Minecraft spicy TNT flavor, and they're actually really good.
Please
Like,
don't
they're
tease
super
me, Miss
duper
March.
good.
The situation on the xianzhou before the war dance is like a calm lake that can be disturbed by even the smallest pebble, capable of generating far-reaching ripples with even the slightest disturbance.
What are those people? I mean, those monsters we just dealt with.
Call them the Borisin. They're kobolds.
Yeah, those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin. They are abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time. The Borisin have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat they pose is just as terrible as the swarm disaster. and the Alliance even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago.
Huh.
Their presence has faded over the years. But who would have thought?
Hey, Jay, what's up?
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the xianzhou Luofu. Such a brazen attack seems quite unusual to me.
Yeah, that's what I find strange too. It seems like the IPC and the Borisin have some serious grudges.
Okay, but who doesn't have a grudge against the IPC?
Enough with the chit-chat. The General wants me to take you to the Palace
How's my day
of
going? Not too bad. I beat a pain-in-the-ass boss in Limbus Company that I was fighting since Thursday, so... Pretty good.
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting down the Borisin?
Thank you, but it's no big deal.
You gotta get your sword first,
By
buddy.
the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
I doubt she did it on purpose.
You go file a report, and I'll go fetch the popcorn. It's gonna be quite the show.
Don't remind me. I just zoned out for a moment, that's all. Alright, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent. It shouldn't be too hard to find her.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
Suspicious.
Success and failure.
It's been a long journey, Elder Wyatt. Thank you for your presence.
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express.
I dreamed about you on Pentecost. Did you miss us?
Sure, how couldn't I have? It's not often we find such moments to reunite and enjoy one another's presence.
Since when did she and General Qing Yuan become such good buddies, Don Hung? They seem to be having a great time.
A lot must have happened without our knowledge. I hope that's the case.
Oh, goodness.
Allow me to introduce you to General Wyatt. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Huayan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master.
Got 6 people watching. Holy moly.
Long ago.
Not saying that as an insult, but it's a lot for a Star Wars stream.
But with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty. I had no choice but to answer the call. Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
It's an honor to meet you, General Huayan.
It's my honor to meet you, General Huayan.
Glad to meet you.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Lawful. same as all of you. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and her. Without their help, I'm afraid the Luofu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Luofu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
You're more than welcome, General Hua Yan.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Luofu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance.
Oh, that's certainly.
Ready to take on all kinds of challenges.
Why does she look like Nico from League of Legends?
Great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yun Li.
Yun Li. Whoops.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other? Guess we don't need any introductions then.
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh? Now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
She helped me capture the escaped Borison prisoners at the Starskiff Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag. Turns out it's yours.
Facial expressions are so
it
stiff.
is. Now that we've met again, I hope...
No, that won't do.
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Juming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield. As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borison prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string, and it missed its target. By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borison prisoner would have gotten away.
Hold on a sec, Yun Li. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for Luofu's swordmasters.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's nothing. In front of everyone. With all due respect, you don't honor your sword. So you don't deserve it.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful. Because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borison.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yanqing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship. Most notably, the legendary Flame Wheel Octet. Seeing Miss Yun Li, who is among those ranks today, I must say she definitely has that fiery edge.
Such grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the Cloud Knights apart. Yun Li is still just a young girl, a bit awkward and hot-tempered. So please forgive her if she's being rude.
Well, everyone, Elder Huayan and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yang Qing, why don't you entertain our guests and take Miss Yun Li to the inn? I'll find another chance to talk with you all. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express for helping the Law Fu during the crisis.
That's so kind of you. I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You needn't apologize, General Huayan.
All right, Yun Li. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet. I want to visit Lingsha. She just arrived in the Luofu and could use some help settling in.
Yang Qing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission for me. I've heard about the attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Qingzhou sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back. See if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the xianzhou Law Fu has no intention of violating their rights.
I'm on it.
Okay. Didn't really solve the sword issue.
This trip is totally worth it. Compared to the Juming, the Luofu is so much livelier. But it's a shame the Luofu sword masters don't seem that great.
Well, glad to meet you, Miss Yun Li.
Glad to meet you too. Are you here to participate in the war dance?
I'm just a tourist attending the ceremony.
So, you're not a participant? You look like you know your way around a fight. Well, you can still sign up. The Cloud Knight's ring is always open to outsiders.
Aren't you coming with us?
I have some things to do. Besides, little Yan Qing doesn't seem too happy about me tagging along.
But you did take his sword.
Yeah, you're right. I took it with my skills. So, I guess you can say I'm a robber or something. How dare he imply I'm a thief? Totally different. Besides, the sword seems scared of its own master. I'd like to ask him. You claim to cherish your sword as your life, yet you don't even recognize the state it's in right now? I didn't intend to keep his sword. I was planning to take this chance to return it to him. But now, I've changed my mind.
I
I'll
doubt
give that poor flying sword some proper maintenance. I won't consider returning the sword unless he learns how to say please, hello, thank you, and sorry. So he can forget about it for now.
Huh.
This is the report Qingzhou just sent me. Let me take a look. Looks like the general has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and help put the IPC's mind at ease.
Yes, we heard that. Is this some kind of test from the general?
Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes. It's just, you know, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield. This is especially true when you're up against the IPC, in a non-stop corporate battle.
Yeah.
Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to the inn?
Let's go.
It is the Law Fu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the Marshal?
You're overthinking it, Genuine. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives. However, I have no clue what the Yaoqing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes
Why are
beyond.
his eyes open now?
You'll need to lead and manage everything on the xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, will eventually catch up to you. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Lawfu. As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yaoqing, she has come specifically for you. Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's Claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to, and simply disappeared.
You must be the messengers from the xianzhou Yaoqing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Xianzhou
Now
sounds
this is
familiar.
interesting.
Whatever his name is.
A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean?
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
Uh-huh.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Genuine? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huayan. I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be inappropriate to keep you waiting, so she sent us here.
Why is he familiar?
Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
His voice is killing me.
Drat. I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword.
I'll go get it back for you.
No need to bother. The Juming envoys won't be leaving the Luofu anytime soon. I'll ask for it later when we meet again. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the general seemed a little reserved. Could it be because of Elder Huayan's visit?
Reserved? Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the xianzhou Juming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the xianzhou Yaoqing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I presume.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jing Yuan, just like the crew, right?
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other xianzhou ships here. I'm afraid they're here for something more.
Probably has to do with the Arbor.
Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
I mean, that's literally just a giant fuck you flag of abundance sitting in the
Didn't
depths
the
of
Luofu
Lao
fall
Fu.
victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Luofu?
Yep.
Implicating Jingyuan himself. Once the spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish.
No wonder we were called back for the ceremony.
What was I thinking? Seriously, here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip. But it seems wherever we go, drama is just around the corner.
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Juming diplomatic ship has arrived. And rumors say that she's to be the new Cauldron Master of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
Nice.
An alchemist from the Juming serving as the Cauldron Master on the Luofu? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Hung. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now. But I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General, it's not like you can do anything. Did I say something wrong?
Yes.
Again?
Yes. Please, March, just keep quiet.
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone. Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness, dealing with the IPC's workers could be tricky. I'm afraid this will cause trouble for the Express.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? We've dealt with quite a few of them, right?
2. We dealt with 2, and one of them nearly kicked our ass. Actually, both of them nearly kicked our ass. You're a real master of conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Are you being sarcastic?
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head to the Artisanship Commission and meet them.
Okay. Oh, wrong one. Map. Over here. Sam! I have Stellar on Hunter
Can I
Sam.
really reason with you, xianzhou people?
I do anything with him at all.
Today me is even more awesome than yesterday me.
Ooh, standard banner pole. Let's go. Let's see what we get. It's nothing! I think I already bought my poles for the month, yeah.
I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
Huh?
But I am trying to... That toxic voice sounds familiar. Haven't I heard it before in Aurum Alley?
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. I can handle your unreasonable ways. But straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance. Keep detaining my cargo, and I'll file a complaint directly with your general.
What a miserable comment. Scott, what are you doing here?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. Why do I keep running into you? Staying on the xianzhou, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
War dance. I heard you're in trouble.
They're in trouble? No, it's me. I'm the one in trouble.
Shut up. Don't like you.
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. I was sent here to deal with the IPC protests, Miss Shikui. What's going on here?
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard her mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Lafu before? Why did you come back?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology.
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Lafu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Oh, really? Fine. If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations.
Has anybody else here heard about the
Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade.
the airline that was giving people apples as they were landing in New Zealand? Moist Critical did a video on it. I think that is like some of the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard. Leave it to me. I'm an expert negotiator.
I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
Well, no. Okay. So there's a bunch of people on an airplane that were given apples as they were landing in New Zealand. And, you know, it's free apples, right? Like, you're not gonna not take it. It's a free apple, free food item. when they got to customs, because they hadn't announced on their travel
Discard
sheet
your worthless
that they
vessel.
were bringing food, each person got fined like $100, 100 New Zealand dollars for each apple. The airline should be paying for every single one of those fines, I think. That is insane to be pulling on people. Negotiation, this is different.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Xianzhou Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
The Alliance can sign a non-disclosure agreement with you. That way, you won't have to worry about any infringements, right?
Yep.
We can sign a mutually acceptable non-disclosure agreement in accordance with the IPC's
Hey,
rules.
Well, that makes sense, but how can we trust you to honor the terms? Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
I've got a brilliant idea. I'll just smash everything with my bat, and then you can hire someone to assess the damage. That way, your cargo won't need any inspection, right?
Calm down. The General wants us to handle this peacefully.
So, this is the great idea you came up with? Fine. Why don't you just step over my lifeless body? Besides, cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the cargo, shouldn't you at least call in a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
I'm pretty tight with Dr. Ratio from the Intelligentsia Guild. Almost like family.
Pretty tight.
Doesn't that make me practically a member of the Intelligentsia Guild too?
What's all this nonsense? Even if you were married to him, you still couldn't represent the Intelligentsia Guild. We both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the xianzhou operate.
Everyone has their own set of rules. Now that you're on their turf, shouldn't you follow their rules too?
Yeah, I get it. I know I'm on the xianzhou, but if I violate the IPC regulations, I'll be in deep trouble when I get back. Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case. Fine, I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that, I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters first.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and planning to leave the xianzhou as soon as your ship is repaired? To avoid the Skyfaring Commission's inspection?
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any laws.
Yeah, you've got some insight there. Who are you again?
Allow me to introduce myself.
Oh, that's
I'm
a
Ling
show.
Xiao,
Okay.
Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Law Fu.
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Zhuming.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms.
It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
Huh?
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
Nope.
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now. Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo. According to the import and export regulations signed between the xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the cases. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy.
I like her.
I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right?
Thanks, bro.
Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Bro, just do the inspection.
This lady is really something else.
Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Turn it off.
Whoa, okay, that's full cutscene. Terror grip. Attacking caster. Okay.
Oh, how unexpected. That was a surprise.
Let the show begin.
Are you winning, son? Yeah.
Time to test our rapport.
We'd be winning. My hand was stuck in the pinball jar.
Free will dealt with a bust.
Or maybe I'll take it off.
Good shit.
Destined for oblivion.
What do you want to know?
Ill fate descends.
Bye bye.
For the departed. It too shall fall.
Where the memories are beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Sure.
Another journey begins on the still waters of oblivion. Death.
Bye-bye. So easy.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving. I swear on the Emperor Lord.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guests to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
My goat Scott.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. Just like the craftsman feared.
I feel like every time she finishes
tell
a
if it's
sentence,
ingenium
she should
or
make like a
biological
popping
in
noise with her
nature.
mouth. I don't know how to describe.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue.
Wow, I wonder if it's the werewolves that we fought at the start
Why would
of
the
the patch.
Intelligentsia Guild use such
I
unethical
wonder.
technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
Whatever the reason is.
Yeah, that's the thing that's
probably
more
why the
interesting here. Is like,
Borison
who in the
attacked the ship.
Intelligentsia Guild is interested in this? Yeah, the Borison.
No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the 10 Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Wafu. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge.
Okay.
I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Linksha.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yanqing to be so...
Young.
Yeah, exactly. He's young and talented. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Lafu from that crisis. It's so impressive. It wasn't a big deal. Really. It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right?
Oh wait, that's in a totally different zone. Ugh. Is it? Yeah. Oh. It's so muggy again. I thought we were done with the muggy weather for a little bit. Literally a week later, we're back to it. Blech.
I'm here to name
All these years. And the view of the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit. The tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same. For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
You're a Lofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission. It's kinda sad, isn't it? Everything changes, but somehow remains familiar. Just like you, Don Hung, I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint of nostalgia.
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the ambrosial arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit.
Yeah, what I'm concerned about is what kind of fruit is going to fall off this tree.
The rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus.
Yeah,
Inevitable.
that's hence
The
one of the
seed
fruits
was
being a
already
problem.
planted when the ancestors of the xianzhou sought immortality.
I thought we were going to have some tea, but where's the tea?
My bad. Well, since you went through the entire ambrosial arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yan Qing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Linksha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission. Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss Linksha. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Linksha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the ambrosial arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission. Our xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Luofu. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan.
She looks good in that picture. I'm not gonna, in this frame right there. I'm not gonna lie, that looks really nice.
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself.
Huh.
Alas,
Jing Yuan.
why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
Linksha, you're back! Ugh, I've been waiting ages for you.
Yunli! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me
Get
take
some
this opportunity
shoes!
to introduce you to Yanqing.
What a small world. You! stole my sword. Give it back.
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then. Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yuli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
True.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming. But you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story. Poor flying sword.
Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back myself!
So is this the war dance?
Between these two, who do you think is tougher, Dan Heng? Don't get me wrong. I'm just curious.
Get ready to separate them.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagined celebrating it. Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here. I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right? I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other? Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out. It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going?
Yeah, I like Lingsha. I hope her kid's good because I kind of want to pull for her.
Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins. Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand. It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready? Looks like my Let me say it again. Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure... Can we start?
No, this team's fine. Really takes action. What? Yeah. So she's gonna try to kill Steel?
Like water. He cannot remain blade and fight.
Take your positions. The mood is set. Just let the show begin.
I'm just confused by what that means. It's like she's just gonna go for the weakest one? We'll find out.
Destiny isn't chosen. Ill tidings manifest.
A one-time enemy.
You've got style.
Oh!
But you're not striking where it counts.
Okay.
It's
I see.
a shame to see you misuse your sword like that.
Never mind.
What do you want to know?
Ill fate descends. Strike with heart.
Rhythm get messed up.
No dirty tricks, alright.
Just kind of blows them up. Yeah.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Ill tidings manifest. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
A one-time
The
enemy.
mood is set. Let the show begin.
Blade and flight.
Sweet.
Practice is over. Swords descend.
That's cool, alt, actually. I like this as opponent. That's funny.
Sure, I'll play. Spend freely.
Time for sword play. Strike with heart.
Ill fate descends. Rhythm get messed up.
Watch your head.
Yahoo!
How many can you block? Blade and flight.
Through clouds.
Hedge your bets.
Ill tidings manifest. The mood is set. Let the show begin.
This is a neat section. I like this.
Memories
Nice.
beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Strike with heart.
Okay, I think I've won.
I win, Miss Yun Li.
You got lucky.
Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa?
Well, that wasn't necessary.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, as I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
That's not where they were just standing. Ooh. The lighting on these cutscenes have been really good. Ooh. Shit.
Well fought, my young friends.
Nimble fox. I like her
However,
eyes. Holy, those are
both
cool
of
looking.
you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Lawfu is never short of surprises. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't
It's
you settle
raining
this
out
dispute
now.
fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and I, we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady? Fei Xiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you are...
The Merlin's Claw of the xianzhou Yaoqing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the xianzhou Lawfu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the great general. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Great General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it.
She's kind of cool.
Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lawfu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Now, why do I know her voice?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over,
I want Lingsha, and I think I want...
shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for
Fei
her
Xiao.
guidance and bury the hatchet?
I like both of them.
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes? Finally got my sword back. I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General.
The way Yanqing said that, that was... Bravo! That was some good line delivery.
Lingsha, if you've got some free time,
Holy
I'd like to
shit, that was
invite you
funny.
to the seat of divine foresight for a
They're
chat
both
with
giving
General
2.5?
Jin Wen.
Yeah!
I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Although I really shouldn't be pulling for more 5 stars
Thanks
after I haven't
for
leveled the
sending me
last
General
3
Fei
or
Xiao.
4 that I've pulled for.
Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills.
But I'm curious,
We
why
don't
is she...
And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
Fei Xiao is Lynette in Genshin. I don't recognize Lynette. Same for Akron rerun personally, just get a light cone. Oh
Back
yeah, yeah.
already?
I've already
I
got
met
her
with
light
Jin
cone.
Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war
His voice is familiar
as
too.
a show of strength to convince everyone that the Lawfu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Lawfu could be in a world of chaos.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, So at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats.
Oh, that's Gil. It's Gil.
My work doesn't lend itself to
It's
being
Gil from Octopath 2. That's who it is. The Tavern Keep.
Just stop whining.
In New Delsta.
At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with
I am so good at this.
I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum.
Show him your hot moves, kid.
Bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an
Is
army
Sedit from
dwells
Fire
not
Emblem? Oh,
within
yeah,
its
that too.
boundaries, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway, this is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used to it.
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
Ooh.
The longest-serving general of the xianzhou Law Fu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
So not even the famed healer lady could help?
You did additional NPCs in both Octopath games? Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise.
You probably
and
did
find a
Gil
way to
then.
cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Octopath has a habit of not
life and death,
listing
General
who did their
All
NPCs,
predetermined.
even like side characters. Like, but we could
Upon
tell
starting my military career,
who Bryce
I made a
Papenbrook was in
pledge
that game,
the rest
so-
of my life would be dedicated to being the
That's
xianzhou
pretty.
spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end.
she only got a 4-star.
As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live.
She did it all.
You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
We return to the Exalting Sanctum.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome! I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Mm-hmm.
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to learn xianzhou swordplay.
Why not?
You think so too, right?
Oh yeah, xianzhou swordplay is really good. Like, really, really good. And the general is totally something else.
I agree. General Fei Xiao is indeed impressive.
I was actually hoping you'd give Yanqing some praise.
Nope.
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there, seeing General Fei Xiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade. putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most challengers.
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng. By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jing Yuan wants to invite all of you to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He has something important to discuss.
Something important?
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yao Qing and the Zhu Ming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Hua Yan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
Okay. Gift of Gab. Where is here? Can't remember how to make Can you condense your Trailblazer power? Hey, Shy Knight. No way to condense it? Yeah. Oh. There's Firefly. I've gotten her to 80. Where's Boot Hill even at? Oh, there he is. Yeah, like I have both of these and I haven't even done anything. Nah, just overcaps? Okay. Just dump it into a random relic domain? Yeah. I will. Does anybody know if I'm like halfway through the story? Because I might call it for today. I don't want to burn myself out. The break relic place? Yeah. It feels like forever since I played HSR? Yeah, same. I'm just catching up on 2.4. So I haven't played in a couple weeks. It is. Firefly and Boot Hill want the same set? Yeah. How far into the story am I? Actually, I can probably look it up. Finest Duel and the Pristine Blue. The wiki will have the... Let's see. By words of many, Emissary Mystique. Do the trash can snap event? About half? Yeah, I'm seeing completed. Yeah, close to half. Yeah, we'll complete up to Emissary Mystique, then. I think you're a little less than halfway. Yeah, this is where you stopped. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get up to where you can... Where the quest for March. I'm just looking on the wiki at the quest steps. I want to enter. Depending on how long this section is.
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder White. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, feel free to ask us.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yuchue for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Lawful to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom.
Yeah, I want to go read more Dune and play Limbus Company, so we'll just go up to March.
From a siege and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the xianzhou lawful, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Xiao's questioning.
Since it's the Marshal's orders, do we need to step aside? What does that mean?
The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Xiao's? Whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Fei Xiao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance.
Box.
Yes, it's this case right here. There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the xianzhou lawful. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the lawful would be the Ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Hwyan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Hwyan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhuming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands. Tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words.
And probably immensely
Since
cursed.
the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now. I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Lawfu as the Ringmaster, so it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Hwyan.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the
Where did you
word,
come from?
Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanqing.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah, and even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the xianzhou Juming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him.
Looks like Fei Xiao was right.
Not to be rude or anything. We've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's not a good look for the Alliance. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Actually, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together. I want you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay.
Teaching is the best way to learn.
I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair, prowess.
Well, Elder Hwyan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the two of them take as an apprentice?
Huh? Who? Wait, me?
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
Oh, wait. Are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
Just accept your fate, March.
Isn't this a perfect chance for you?
I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Yeah, I did say that. But this is all happening so quickly, don't you think?
This march is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped. The war dance is the perfect opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
I appreciate your kind words, General YN. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off guard during the war dance?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move. Boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
Yep.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yanqing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even confident to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yanqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Now that Yanqing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
Time for you to become the best swordmaster on the Express.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General YN.
Great! Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation.
You're too kind. Wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around? General YN's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about?
Okay. Let's see what this is about. Try this and then we'll call it.
This place holds such fond memories. Care to reminisce?
I do not care what this guy's got to say. Trash enthusiasts. Alright, let's see what this is. Yeah, it is just Pokemon Snap for trash cans. This is so weird. Ooh. Oh, goodness. Oh, that one completely caught me off guard. I like the ones that are falling. Oh, yeah, I got all of them. Perfect score. Interesting. That's fun. Do we want to do any polls? No. I don't have nearly enough. The fuck do you want? Go away. Little shit.
Huh. That's a hefty battleship there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna call it there. I don't want to burn myself out and do a whole 5-hour stream again playing this. It's probably the reason why I don't like streaming it. Because I keep doing that to myself. It's a stupid move. But that's what I'm going to call it today. I'm still working on the Octopath review, of course, as always. But I have all the voice audio done. I have all my VODs downloaded. And I'm currently working on a drawing for the video, just like this one here that I did for the Bravely reviews, and the one I did for the Octopath review, Octopath 1 review. I'm working on another one for the new video.
Memories seem
and then I have to edit the audio. I have to record some stuff from the game in full screen, and then so it looks better than like just using VOD highlights. And then it'll just be editing it together pretty much. Yeah, so that's the progress on that so far. The goal is this month. I want it to come out during Octopath month. It's the 8th month of the year, so yeah. Alright. But with that, I will call it here. I might do the other half of it tomorrow, because I got time tomorrow to do it. So I might do it then. Thank you all for coming on out to watch. I hope you have a good rest of your evening and weekend if I don't see you.